How do we get ill? This is a very simple talk. Now, since we are talking about Qigong, we have to first define what exactly is Qigong. Qigong is a study on the relationship between man and nature, a practice whereby the mind is focusing inward onto life activities, physical activity, and also a mental activity. Now, what is so-called mind focusing inward? During our normal activities, the moment we open up our eyes, our attention will be outside, right? We smell, we touch, we see, we listen to recognize the outside world. Our attention is always outside. When we play games, our attention is outside. When we play basketball, our attention is on the outside, it's on the ball or on the basket. But Qigong is different. In Qigong practice, our attention is on our system, focusing inward onto our life activities. And the life activities here refer to two: physical activity and mental activity. Physical activity like what? Physical activity like, let's say, serious form of Tai Chi, serious form of some martial art, internal work. When they move their arms, their attention is inside. They perceive the changes inside the body. Some dynamic forms of Qigong, when you move your arms, body, mind form, you move your arms, what is happening inside the body? See, so our focus will be inward moving. We will be focusing inward onto our physical activities, onto what is happening inside the body when I move my hands, my fingers, my limbs, my head. And then we are also talking about mental activity. Mental activity like what? In some Zen practice, right? The teacher will give you a question. Go back and think. When you get the answer, you're almost there. Where were you before the birth of your father? Where were you before the birth of who are you? Is your arm you? Is your hand you? Is your leg you? If you say your hand is you, what if I remove your hand? Are you still there? Go back. Think about it. You get the answer, you reach enlightenment. Okay? Now, so this is about Qigong. Now we are talking about health based on internal classic, the so-called Chinese medical Bible. Okay? This is a big book. To finish one chapter, it'll probably take a few weeks. We are just taking some of the extracts from chapter 1 to discuss over here, yeah? So this is internal classic discussion about ancient pureness. Once upon a time, there was Emperor Huang who was born smart. So this emperor, he was very smart. When he was small, he was eloquent since young, fast when he was small. Honest, yet quick in thinking. He's not honest, but then, you know, the kind that is very slow. No, he is sharp, fast, yet he's honest. He ascended the position of emperor at adulthood, so good that he ascended to the position of emperor. So he asked the master, the teacher, I heard that ancients live more than 100. Now, this book was written 2,500 years from now. Yeah, most likely. The guess is around 2,500 years. So I heard the ancients, that means those people live maybe 4,000 years from now. Those people 4,000 or 5,000 years from now, they live more than 100, yet they did not lose their agility. But the movements of those in their 50s now are not good. Is the world different now? Are we losing lives? Are we humans losing our lives? Is our longevity getting shorter? Lifespan getting shorter? I mean, ancient, they could live up to 100 and without losing their agility. But why? People nowadays, they are 50s and then they have problems moving. Something is wrong. Okay, so the master answered, ancient who knew about Tao. That means ancient who knew about Tao. Those who did not know about Tao, no. They are not able to live beyond 100 and still remain agile. Ancient who knew about Tao, not all, only those who knew about Tao. Follow the pattern of the yin yang. Follow the pattern of yin yang. What is yin yang? In Chinese medicine, yin means something that is going down, something dark. Yang is something that's always moving up, something bright. So these people who knew about Tao, they follow the pattern of the yin yang. That means they follow the changes. Like let's say within a day, we have yin yang changes within the day, right? The sun is going up. Oh, yang is going up. The sun is going down. Yang is going down. So the sun is going up means yin is going down, yang is going up. When the sun is going down, that means yin is coming up and yang is going down. And that's the pattern of yin and yang, harmonized with the calculations. Chinese are very calculative people. Yeah, they are very good at mathematics. I'm sure some of our friends here have read about this I Ching, the book of changes. The book of changes is all about mathematics, all about calculations. Yeah, and then I'm sure you have seen Chinese calendar. Okay, what is what? What is what? What are you supposed to do today? What is the suggestion for you today? So harmonize with the calculation. They know the changes according to what is written down, what had been recorded down. Control their diets. Everybody knows this. What is control diets? Rise and rest with a normal constant. Normal constant means what? Ancient days is when the sun is up, it's time for you to get up. When the sun is going down, it's time for you to take a rest. That's normal constant. Do not work absurdly, right? Do not work absurdly. An easier way to understand this absurdly is what? Say, 1 marathon a day. Yeah, they do not work absurdly. Therefore, their body and mind can be preserved and completed their natural longevity. Pass away after 100. Now, natural longevity It's more than 100. Are you sure? Yes. Modern biologists, physiologists, they have confirmed this, that the normal longevity or the lifespan of any mammals is somewhere around 5 times of your maturity age. So let's say we mature somewhere around 25 to 28, or we say 25. Multiply by 5, we should get 125. Yeah. But the lifespan in this longevity in Malaysia is average around 70 something, right? Yeah. Okay. Now, harmonize with the calculations. This is something that is rather interesting. Yeah. You see, in the Chinese philosophies, a year is divided into 24 sections, or we call terms. All right. And then the calendar will tell you, okay, this term, the best thing is to do this. The next term, what you should do in all this. In internal classic, there's one section where it says about this: hide the essence in winter. Hide the essence. What essence? Means the essence for life to go on. Hide the essence in winter. Otherwise, get febrile illness in spring. Otherwise, you are going to get febrile. That means illnesses that will bring fever in spring. This is something very, very interesting. Some friends are saying, hey, we are in tropical country, okay, we are Malaysians. No such thing as winter. That means we don't have to hide the essence in winter. No winter. We can use our essence any time of the year as we like. But then if we look into 24-hour a day, if we look into a day, what do we see? Okay, when is the hottest moment, hottest season of a year, of the fall? When do you think is the hottest? Summer. When is the coldest of the fall season? Winter. So in a day, when do we get the hottest period? Middle of the day, right? 12 noon. When do we get winter within the day? When do we get winter within the day? Middle of the night, 12 midnight. I remember that I have one customer, one client. So came to my office, told me this, hey, Mr. Wing, you see whether you can help me. You know, my daughter studying in BJ, you know, this Sunway University College. Every month she get into sore throat, fever, cold, all this nonsense. When she was here in Penang, no such problem. This BJ must be a horrible place to live. So I said, "Ayo, don't simply blame lah. You know, maybe over there that she was not taking good care of herself." Then I asked, where she stays now. She said, "Oh, yeah, you know, student, and the father not very rich. So what we do is that they shared among themselves. They rented an apartment of a high-rise building. So they shared there, 6 of them, 6 girls within one apartment. So I say, then the apartment there, they put aircon inside. Yeah, they have aircon inside, but they never switch it on. I said, why? Because it's very cold up there. And also, you know, it's not cheap, you know, if you switch on like this aircon every day electricity bill will run very high and they have to pay it. So I said, there must be something must be wrong, because what you are telling me is hide the essence in winter, get febrile illness in the spring. Then I said, let me talk to her. So he called the doctor. Doctor picked up the phone and said, okay, where do you sleep? He said, oh, well, we sleep on mattress. You sleep on the floor. No, we sleep on a mattress. I mean, ordinary, low cost mattress. And do you put it on bed? No, it's on the floor. We don't need that. We are young people. We are not like you, uncle. We can just put a mattress on the floor and then we can lie down and we can sleep. Then I know the answer. I know the problem. I said, that's because of cold. And now, normally, middle of the night, if it's cold, what would we normally do? We'll reach for blanket. We'll cover up ourselves, right? So I asked the girl, do you have blankets? Yes. But, well, maybe yes, maybe no. I'm not so sure about this. So I told her, the first thing you do is to get something else, if possible, get very cheap bed, yeah, put underneath your mattress, so that your mattress is not in direct contact with the floor. This is the most important thing that you're supposed to do. You are so busy now. Your father wants me to teach you Qigong so that you become healthier, so that you are not going to get cold. Once cold, sore throat, febrile illnesses every now and then. And so I said, don't need that. You don't need that. She did that. And after that, the father did not come back and disturb me. That means the daughter caught well. Okay? Now, hide the essence in winter. Why must I hide the essence in winter? This is only found in Chinese medicine. Allopathic medicine do not talk about this. Okay? That cold, if they enter into the body, the moment it gets deep enough, it will change into heat. So initially you have cold, you feel a little bit chilling. And then if you are not careful enough, you're not conscious, you're not aware of the state, then you're going to get into fever. You're going to develop what we call heaty, this term is only found in Chinese medicine, heaty illnesses like sore throat. If you are good, you know that, oh, okay, I'm feeling chilly. I drink hot water, ginger water to flush out the coldness. You are not getting into that trouble. Yeah. At home, I have all this so-called ginger tea ready, any single moment. Okay, so this is also about calculations. But the most important thing here is what? The awareness. The awareness. Now, then we go back to the story of what the master told the emperor. Ancient who knew Tao follow the pattern of yin yang, harmonize with the calculation, control their diet, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now, people now do not do so. They drink alcohol like juice, take craziness as a norm. Getting drunk to step into bedroom, they exhaust their essence with their desires. They waste to dissipate that essence. If you look at the sales volume of Viagra, you will understand that this is really true. They do not know when to stop. They do not manage their mind. Just wish to get happy. Enjoy by going against their lives. Do not control their rise and rest. Therefore, they are weak at 50. Now, so the saints in ancient days thought virtual evil winds. Take note to avoid them. Detach and remaining calm. Qi will flow naturally. Keep the essence and mind inside. Essence and mind is not just the mind. Essence and mind. No way to fall ill. Okay, so this is how we can keep ourselves healthy. And then Qigong will be bonus. It will make us even healthier. Yeah, sometimes I tell my friends, why you practice so hard? Yeah, 1 hour a day, but you don't follow the simple sequence. After practice, you go for supper. All right, and I don't see your weights going down. See, on one hand, you are working so hard to build up your body. On the other hand, you are doing something else to remove the hard work that you have put in. So if you were to look at this one, you will understand that the teaching from the teacher covers what? Covers physiological and psychological factors. Okay. Virtual evil winds. Take note to avoid that. Means what? Virtual reality. So this is sometimes something that we are not aware. So you have to take note. You have to take note of these things, these final points. Detach and remain calm. Qi will flow naturally. Keep the essence and mind inside. How to get ill. Now, Chinese are very materialistic. Yeah. What do you mean by materialistic? See, in English, when we say consciousness, this is one word. Yeah. In Chinese, when we talk about consciousness, they are actually two words. These two words is equivalent to the word consciousness in English. One is essence, one is the mind. The essence is in front. That means without this essence, without this physical foundation, without this form, you don't have this function. So keep the essence inside. Keep the essence and the mind inside. You will not going to get ill. That means it is not just taking care of your mind, but you have to take care of your physical body too. The two things, right? You build a body. This is one aspect. At the same time, you must manage your emotions. So the essence and the mind. Okay? 精神, these two words is consciousness. 精 is the essence. 神 is the mind. All right? Now, let's go through. Virtual evil winds, take note to avoid. See, these are the things that people are not aware of. Some people say that, oh, come winter, it's time for me to go for the swim. You see, in Chinese medicine, the constitution of human is divided into at least 4 sections. If you want to simply put them in 4 sections. Some what we call yin deficient, some yang deficient, some yin excess, some yang excess. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some they have yang excess. They always feel hot, fire burning inside, the kind of experience inside their body. Winter swim, no problem. But if a person is already having the kind of thing like a yang deficient, it's feeling cold all the time. You touch the hand, it's always cold. The palm is always colder than the forearms and all that. Come winter, you go for this. No need to wait for winter. Even autumn, when it is cold enough, a cold shower will put them into trouble. This is virtual evil winds. Many people suffered because of this winter wind, but they don't tell you. They don't tell you. Why? Shy. And you look at the picture and the girl is sleeping on the bed without a blanket. And that's the case of my friend's daughter. Yeah. You are not conscious, middle of the night, and it's cold, no blanket. I forget about it, never mind. I curl up, maybe that would be good enough. Then the next day you're gonna have it. These dresses whereby belly is being exposed, it's very bad. And the belly button is what we call one of the major gate for the energy to go into the body. And they go deep. If they go through the belly button, they go deep. Yeah. So these are the virtual winds. This is a very common one. I've seen so many ladies coming to see me because of what? M.Ooi, migraine or severe migraine. Doctor giving so many drugs already.
Recording in progress.
I went to see the doctor and get the medical leave, but you know, but I have taken the medicine, but it is not helping much. Can you please do something about it? And I can tell you this, normally all this kind of problem within 5 minutes we can settle. Why? Then you check and then you ask, you found out that all of them, they have same problem. What problem? I said, every time after you wash your hair, you do not dry your hair. You don't. Oh yes, M.Ooi, yes. I said, you dry partially only. Yes, because if you dry your hair completely, you are going to damage your hair. My hair very beautiful. I say, so you get, it's a choice lah. Either you love migraine or you love your hair. I do not know where you learn, where you get the information that if your hair is completely dry, then you get damaged. I don't know where you learned this. I've never read any clinical paper saying this. Keep these 2 points, GB20, keep it dry. And if you are having migraine or frequent migraine or that, hair dryer to blow these 2 spots every time after your shower, after you wash your hair. My problem will go away very rapidly. Simple trick. Virtual winds. People are not aware of this. This is another big problem. Saw a client from where? New Zealand. The mother asked her to see me. So initially, went up to Zoom. Hello. She was a bit shy and reluctant. I look at her. I say, you have water retention. You have A, B, C, D, E. And then she said, oh, how did you know that? I say, your mother told me. No, my mother would not would not do that. Okay, I guess. Then I said, very simple. You don't have serious problem. How can a 16-year-old having any serious problem? That's not possible, isn't it? 16-year-old, you are strong like a bull. But you bring damage to yourself. Your stomach, your duodenum is inflamed. I said, do you experience hunger pangs middle of the night? She said, very frequent. Why? She only drinks Coca-Cola or soda. No plain water. No. Morning get up, poop, soda. All right. After lunch, soda. After dinner, soda. I said, if you cut that off, you will, half of the problem will be solved. Half. And the rest of the half, then hey, you have to do something that we ask you to do. But by just taking away all this, you're going to get well 50%. She said, many of my friends are doing that. All of us, I mean, it's very common. We, you know, maybe you, uncle, you don't do this. We young people, no problem. I say, yeah, some of them, their stomach is not your stomach. Their duodenum is not your duodenum. Their intestine is not your intestine. People intestine first class one, very thick, very strong one. Your intestine, very weak. Sorry, not for you. No soda. You stop it for 7 days, you see the results. She wrote me a long letter. I mean, asking question half, but the first half, a big thank you, because I really feel great now. No more hunger pangs. Yep. This is very damaging. And the worst thing is that when you see advertisement like this, I was watching television just now. Winter Olympics coming. Oh, they sponsored you this pure milk, something like that, the brain pure milk in China. So they have to open up the fridge, gulp down the milk from the fridge directly like this. This is bad. Yes. Why? Even modern science would tell you that this is bad. Your body has to heat up the cold drinks that you drank, went inside, and then the body got to heat it up so that it will reach the temperature of your body temperature. This is going to draw energy from you. Some people, they are not able to withstand that, and they get into diarrhea. Yes. You ask many of them, if you ask them to drink 1 cup of soda, cold soda, ice cold soda, rapidly, 1 cup down, many will get into diarrhea. Yes. Why? Because the bodily system said, okay, this one I cannot settle, flush it out. They drink alcohol like juice. This is now very common in China. I had a client years ago, a monk from Singapore, and he was only 28 and had been a monk for 2 years. But this guy is very special. He brought his master to see me. He was the interpreter for the master. I said, friend, you're so young, no? But then you're not bad, huh? Very stable. Why you become a monk? Huh? Oh, M.Ooi, I almost died twice, right? Once when I was 22, once when I was 24. After that, I decided that I need change, right? And well, I found that Buddhism is the best for me. So after 6 months, I shaved and become a monk. Then we had a good chat, and then I said, do you know that those days I can down a can of beer in 5 to 10 seconds. I said, are you joking? 1 can of beer in 5 to 10 seconds? Yes. She says, there's a trick. I can teach you. Hold a can of beer, whatever the brand, shake it up, right? Ice break, come at the bottom, then pop, one hole, immediately the beer is going to shoot into your throat. 5 to 10 seconds, depending on the size of the ice prick. Crazy. He said those days was crazy. Yes, drink alcohol like juice. And this is another evil wind. Yeah, how many of you are here are now in front of your notebook? Huh? And then you are crouching like the one, the picture on your left. Invest into a computer stand. I see many patients from these engineering firms and all this. We have a free trade zone here. They call it the sort of a mini Silicon Valley. And we have many engineers there. Many of them, they come, they have typical neck problem. So you ask them to put this up, and then you lose your business. Yeah, this is life-saving, serious. All notebook users should get this. Some of my friends said that, nah, I barely use one. I only use one, 2 hours in a day. I say, if you use it for 20 minutes, you should get one also. Yes, you will find that it is so comfortable. Do not go around and tell people to sit upright. Modern people, they cannot maintain upright for anything more than 3 minutes. They're going to collapse and slouch. Ask them to lay back, like what I'm doing now, lay back. Why? Because I have a notebook stand in front of me. My notebook is sitting on the notebook stand. I'm very comfortable. Okay. Who is the master? Tax neck. 5 years ago, not so common. Now, very, 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 very common. Serious, very common. And those days, you only see people in their 30s, maybe. Those from the free trade zones having this kind of problem. Now, you see uncles and aunties coming in with neck problem, tax neck. I teach at the university, teach Qigong, so it's co-curriculum, not a major or anything. And the other day I asked the class, can you all live without your handphone for 3 hours? Out of 54 in the class, nobody say yes. No. So don't ask people whether there's such a thing called handphone addiction. Don't even have to ask. It is already there. It is already there, right? How many people can live without a handphone now? Very, very few. So the moment that you are using your handphone this way, dropping down this way, you are stretching the neck. The ordinary or normal neck, you have a forward arch. If you will keep doing this long enough, it is going to move this way, and there will be compression. In the vertebral disc will be compressed. And the compression, if the compression is so bad, it is going to touch, barely touch the spinal cord that is flowing down. So they will tell you that, I do not know. Come evening, I feel numbness on my forelimbs, my hands, and also my legs. When they come with that kind of complaint, 90% of them, they are having that kind of problem. Tax neck. Yeah. And then you ask them to hold a handphone, like that picture. They say that would be crazy. So I said, it's your choice. This is more important. You have your choice. Which one is more important? This one, everybody knows it, how damaging it can be, right? I say this is harakiri. But now and then we meet clients who tell us that, no, Mr. Wei, I do not know how to walk without high heels. And, without high heels, I'm like another person. I'm not the authoritative person again, No, sorry. You must help me. You must do something, but no. Please don't ask me to throw away all my high heels. Harakiri. How bad is the damage? I think those who are putting on high heels, they know. Midnight practice. Midnight practice is bad. Why? That's why we have said, okay, when the sun is up, you're supposed to go up. When the sun is down, you're supposed to go down to take a rest. Who asked you to practice middle of the night? And this is very common here in Malaysia. Why? Oh, night ride. Cycling middle of the night. Night run is good. Why? Because this is tropical country. When you run middle of the night, wow, your performance is much better. But this is wrong. It's very damaging to your health. Yeah. Some say that never mind. I can sleep later. Let's say, okay, I run middle of the night Friday, right? So I went to bed somewhere around 3 a.m. in the morning. It doesn't matter. I sleep until 11 o'clock the next day. The same day. I still have 8 hours. No, it doesn't work that way. You cannot change how the nature affects you. You cannot change that. By what? In Chinese medicine, we said the time between 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. is the period for the gallbladder. And gallbladder, in Chinese medicine, gallbladder is the firestone. For the next 22 hours, if you want to work well, your system want to work well, you need to set up fire. You need a well-functioning firestone. What if your firestone were deprived of the chance to rest? 11 to 3 a.m. is the most important time for you to take a rest. Yes, I know some friends are going to ask, what if I work night shift? Try to take a rest during the midday, yeah, and try to get that sleep back. Yeah, I'm not asking you to quit your job, yeah, but midnight practice is bad. Control the rise and rest. This one is another, what we call iPad addiction or Facebook addiction. Many times, many people, they know that they're sleepy, but they simply cannot control themselves. They must pick up the handphone and go through. I asked the class once, that was last year, how many of you would do it like a ritual that you browse through your handphone before you switch off the lamp and go to bed? All of them say yes. It is a ritual. You don't control your eyes. You can't control. You are sleepy. Are you sleepy? No, you're not sleepy. Some of them, I said, you pay attention. Tonight, when you were browsing your handphone for the last time, your iPad for the last time, feel whether you feel comfortable or not. Your eyes feel comfortable or not. Then you let me know the next lesson. All of them say that, oh, yes, sleepy. Why? sleepy, and yet you do not want to go to sleep. You were not aware of it. Yes, many of them, they were not conscious about sleepiness. Now, one question. What is the most dreaded disease? What do you think? What do you think? What is the most dreaded disease? Use the chat to answer. Anyone? Cancer. Yes. Most of the time that when I talk about this pathological perspective, people say it's cancer. Why? Well, they'll tell you that number one killer in Malaysia is cardiovascular illness, right? Cardiovascular disease. Cardiovascular is simple now. They say either you die or you don't die. And if you don't die, very simple. They put a balloon inside or they open you up and then you got well. You do not really suffer. But cancer is different. You have to go through chemotherapy. You have to go through radiotherapy. You have to go through surgery. And the chances of recovery, they'll tell you, oh, 5 years survival rate, this and that. So this is one illness that people are really very worried about. How to avoid it. How to avoid it. Back in early 2000s, a very famous Chinese physician, a truly famous one, no joke, came from China, stationed in Kuala Lumpur. And Li Ke, the name is Li Ke, passed away a few years ago. This Chinese physician, he has one very, very famous statement. He said, if you want to treat cancer patient, rule number one, you make them happy. He said, this is an illness. This is an illness rooted in the emotions. In Chinese medical Bible, that means internal classic, it says this: cancer is desires are not met. Desires not met. So there's a lot of frustration inside. So everything accumulated inside, eventually form a tumor and then bad tumor. So how to avoid it? Number one, make sure you are happy. How to make sure that I am a happy person, have less desire. Yeah. So detach and remain calm, and qi will flow naturally. And then I remember that I gave the talk in where I can't remember, in Europe, one of the countries in Europe, and with this man who said that, Mr. Ooi, then why these Qigong practitioners, many of them died of cancer also? You say that you practice Qigong, then you detach and remaining calm, and the Qi will flow naturally. Why? Now, that's a biggest problem, because many people, they only remain in calmness when they are practicing. When they are back into real life, when they open their eyes, when they get into the society, they are not able to remain calm. They are not able to allow the qi to flow naturally. This is good, right? Practicing in calmness, this is good, but not good enough. This is what we want. Calm what may, remain calm. Okay, now, when we talk about this management of emotions, we always have to ask this question: how to settle the problem without knowing its existence? You don't even realize that you have a problem. Many times before the pandemic, I used to see one new case of cancer patient every week. That means 1 year on average, I see 52 new cancer patients. That's before the pandemic. Now with the pandemic, much less. Maybe fewer people getting cancer. Anyway, still we get somewhere around 1 a month. Yeah, one every 2 months. Yeah, new case. I'm talking about new case. All of them, many of them, you tell them that first thing you have to realize what went wrong. Oh, Mr. Wee, I have forgiven and I have forgotten what I'm supposed to forget. But you tell them, no, your chi is telling me otherwise. Your chi is telling me a different story. So what's the problem there? The patient does not realize. He thought that he is fine, that he is no longer having the problem. He is no longer frustrated with his life. He's no longer frustrated with his children or the spouse or whatever. He thought, and he was wrong. And that's what we call not realizing the problem. How can you settle any problem without knowing its existence? If you're not a mechanic, your car stalled. Can you repair? You do not know how to repair. Why? You don't know what went wrong. So what is the major problem? What is the major problem? It's awareness. Normal people, middle of the night, cold, pull over a blanket cover, no problem. All right. This girl, 6 girls in same apartment, 2 in 1 room. The friend, no febrile illness, no sore throat, no this, no that. But she get it every month. Why? Because when it's cold, the roommate will just pull over a blanket. But that girl, she is not that, how to put it, she's not that sensitive, or she's not able to pull over a blanket or whatever, but she was not aware of the condition. So the biggest problem here is awareness. Now, how does Qigong help? Some people, you see, fire burn the matchstick burn until the very last bit. Only that, oh, it's burning. Qigong will bring up our ability to remain aware. Serious. Okay, we do an experiment. Get ready to fly. Right? Now, we're going to take you to do a very simple fast food Qigong. We call it fast food Qigong. Why? Because very short, only a few minutes. You will just follow what I ask you to do. I will ask you to think. Close your eyes, think of blue sky, think of this, think of that, think of everything. You follow what I say. Okay? You don't have to open your eyes to look at me. It's very simple. Then I will ask you to move your hands as if they're inside the body. So you are sitting down, you are moving your hands up as if they're inside the body. All right. And then going through your crown all the way up. And then coming down into straight line. And then you close your hands. And then you move your hands down as if they're inside the body. You don't have, you're sitting down, you don't have to bend down and do, no, just imagine your hands is going down, going through your lower limbs, going out to the other side of the earth. And then you bring your arms up, and then you close your hands, and then you open up into the ball of qi. Okay? And then you will do open close. Now, this open close, you are going to do it. You're going to incorporate your breathing. On breathing in, you spread out your arms. On breathing out, you restore them. All right? Going out, coming in. Simple enough. At the end of it, I would ask you to put your hands one on top of the other on your belly button. Simple. Okay? Now, we said Qigong is going to bring up our awareness. Right? So we are going to do this experiment. Before we start doing it, I want you to close your eyes. Take 2 deep breaths. And then feel whatever you can feel inside your body when you are doing your breathing. You feel nothing, also remember the feeling of nothing. Okay, start now. Close your eyes. Take deep breath and feel inside. Okay. Now remember that feeling. Now you can close your eyes or you can open your eyes. Look out to the screen. As if you are going into the screen and then you are now on top of that hill. Close your eyes gently. Think of the blue sky on top of our head, surrounding us. Move our hands up inside the body. Hands passing chest, going into the head. All the way up through the crown. All the way up to the sky. Lower the arms sideways. I'm as tall as the sky. Arms in straight line. I close my arms. Move hands down inside the body. Passing abdomen. The thighs, knees, legs, and feet to the other side of the earth. I'm deeply into the earth. Bring the arms up to a straight line. Close the arm. Open up. Spread out your arms. Open up into a ball of qi. Now we do the open close. On breathing in, spread out the arms. On breathing out, restore the hands. Feel as if we are a group of big birds flying in the sky. Continue on your own, yeah. I'm a big bird flying in the sky. Sweeping all the surrounding chi towards lower dantian, towards the belly button. Put your hands on your belly button. Pay attention inside the body. Relax your head. Focus inside your head. Relax your neck, shoulders, upper limbs. Relax your chest. Inside the abdomen. Inside the thighs, knees, legs, and feet. Relax. Now, take another 2 deep breaths. Feel whatever you can feel. And then open your eyes slowly. Question. Do you feel calmer now? If it is yes, you give me 1, give me a 1. If it's no, you give me a 2. Question number 2. Do you feel that you are more aware of your body now? Again, if it's yes, means 1. If it's no, means 2. Or most people's keyboard only have 1, no 2. We only see several two, yeah. Why should we turn our hands in front of the body? Oh, that is when I send chi to you. Yeah, we are just doing an experiment here. Now, how long did we fly just now? Less than 2 minutes. And that's the reason why we said that Qigong can be very short. Okay. And this is what we call fast food Qigong. Of course, you can practice this for 45 minutes or 1 hour. That's no problem. Yeah. But today we are talking about what? The awareness. Are you aware of what is happening to yourself? If you find yourself calmer now, that means you were not calm earlier on, or you were not as calm as now. That means you were actually a little bit emotional just now, but you are better now. That is the effect of Qigong. I have many clients that I ask them to do this 3 times a day. And being a very kind person, I tell them that you only do it 10 times, 10 open, close. I don't even ask them to move the hands up, down. This one, no need. Straight away, find a place, put your hands up. And the most important thing is to pick up the difference before and after. Yeah, before that, take a deep breath, feel it, and then do it. Some clients told me that, no, I don't even have to feel. I don't have to check the before. I just have to recognize the after. That's good enough. Yeah. Why 3 times a day? Because you are not familiar with calmness. You need reminders. Yeah, you need reminders. So if you were to do it 3 times a day, you're sending a reminder to yourself. This is what I should be. Okay. How can one help heal emotional traumas and negative emotions? This is a big topic. Yeah. Big topic. I'm sorry that it is not possible to explain this in detail over here, but I maintain that what I have mentioned just now, how to settle a problem without knowing its existence. The first thing is the awareness. Yeah, once you are aware that I'm not right, that is the first step, the most important step. Okay? Any more questions? My my email is okhpn@gmail.com. okhpn@gmail.com. Is it good to use a special back support chair regularly for a straight back? First, you must understand that a normal back is not straight. No, natural curve should be there. All right. So the ergonomic chairs that they have a lumbar support, that's good enough. I do not know your condition, but 99% of the people that I've seen are not able to sit upright as per required by whatever that you see on social media or books to teach us how to sit, how to do this. Yeah. Yes, they're teaching the right stuff, but 99% of the people are not able to do that. Why? Well, they don't have sufficient qi to hold them up. Okay. If you're interested in Qigong practice, you can always contact us. Right? You can contact Irma. You can this. Can you give another talk? We'll try. We'll try. Yeah. Okay. Thank you all. Bye bye.